Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're gonna be going over some things that, unfortunately, I wasn't able to use this video because my mic was messing up. So we're gonna have to do a quick voiceover of this video, and I'm just gonna kind of like quickly explain what I've been talking about during this video, why I made it, and everything like that. Okay, what's going on, everybody? This is Simon. You're watching Cryptechology, and in today's video, we're going to go over the Solana blockchain, why it's important, and how it's really creating mass adoption right now, why everybody's talking about it. It's literally going to become the fastest blockchain in the world. Their goal is to reach 710,000 transactions per second. And the reason why they can do that is because of the single chain merge of proof of history consensus algorithm and proof of stake. So with Solana, using both of these consensus algorithms in conjunction together, it allows the ability for very, very quick transaction speeds. And that is why it's going to become the fastest blockchain in the world. And honestly, it probably is already the fastest blockchain in the world. So, Solana, what is it? Why it's important? Solana is an open source project implementing a new high performance permissionless blockchain. The Solana Foundation, was based in Switzerland, and it maintains an open source project. The goal is to provide a platform that enables developers to create dApps without needing design around performance bottlenecks. See, Solana features a new timestamp system called Proof of History that enables automatically ordered transactions. So, what does that mean? It basically says that it can come to a consensus of verifying transactions without the entire blockchain, without all of the nodes saying, "Hey, we agree." But at the same time, it complements proof of history by also using proof of stake. The proof of stake consensus algorithm by using those validators, those nodes, to help secure the network. So by the combination of both of these consensus algorithm, it allows these design goals to include sub-second settlement times, low transaction costs, and support for all LLVM compatible smart contract languages. What can you build on Solana? Solana offers a highly scalable platform for Web3 applications, which can now unlock mainstream usage. So you can use, DeFi projects, NFT projects, social apps, and honestly, one of the hottest things in the crypto space right now is Star Atlas, NFTs, Axie Affinity. What else is an also, Zed Run. These NFT projects, these blockchain games are starting to become mainstream. They're starting to catch the limelight, and Solana will become the blockchain gaming platform. I'm telling you this right now. Solana will be the chain for blockchain gaming. All right, it will be the chain for gaming. All right, because of the extremely fast transactions per second. All right, you can interact with the Solana blockchain very quickly. You're not having to get bottlenecked by scalability issues. You don't have to worry about using the blockchain at certain times of the day because of high traffic and super high gas fees. All of these things are resolved and with Solana. And at the same time, Solana just has a really amazing set of colors as well. So I'm just like super in love with Solana. Now, Solana has transaction fees, like I said, where it's estimated at $10 for 1 million transactions, okay? 1 million transactions estimated at $10. The transaction speed can manage up to 65 4,000 transactions per second and block times at 400 milliseconds. This is why Solana is and will become the fastest production blockchain out there, and it's currently 4,000 times faster than Ethereum. All right, so that's what's amazing about blockchain. So let's actually get into blockchain and explain that. In the video below, you'll see me holding two cards. So those cards represent a block. All right, each block has a set of transactions inside of a block. All right, so you can't change a block, you can't update it, you can only add to the blockchain. So every time a new block is created, what does that mean? That means a set of transactions have been verified, they've reached consensus, and it's added to the blockchain. So what does that all mean? If you're brand new to crypto, you're brand new to blockchain, you're probably like, I'm lost, I don't even know what you're talking about. What is consensus? Consensus is basically saying, like, look, we all came to an agreement. All right, what is a transaction? A transaction is just interacting with the blockchain. I send 5 tokens to this address, all right, to my friend Mike that has a MetaMask wallet, or actually let's stick with Solana, has another Phantom wallet. I send 5 Solana tokens to him. All right, that's a transaction. I checked my balance, all right? That is a transaction. I minted a new SPL token. That is a transaction, okay? All of these, I added liquidity to a dApp. A dApp is a decentralized application, all right? That is a transaction. For every block that is created, it has a group of transactions. Now, in Ethereum, you have probably about maybe 200, 300, maybe 100 transactions within a block. With Solana, you're having thousands of transactions in a block, all right? And the block time is how long it takes for that process to be completed, and they're saying that the block times are about 400 milliseconds. Like, that is extremely fast, all right? And in this video, I go over how fast Solana truly is, and not just by showing you all these tech terms and things and that. I'm literally going to interact with the Solana blockchain, and you're going to see live action of interaction with the chain and how fast it really goes. But before we get into that, right now I'm utilizing SolScan. SolScan is an explorer. So what is an explorer, you ask? Explorer is a place you can go to see the transactions, all right, to see the blocks, to see the interaction with the blockchain. You say, for example, you have your Phantom wallet. On the right hand side, I have the Phantom wallet. Those are the different networks. We have your local network, you have your test network, your dev network, and you have the main net. The dev net is for where, like, you're building new dApps, a new application. Developers are using the dev net because you're not having to use real money to interact with the DevNet blockchain. You can utilize Solana airdrop Fawcett tokens, but those tokens aren't valued by the market value. They aren't related to the market value of Solana. They're just basically like play tokens. But it's everything real, but on just a dev net, a developer network, okay? You have your test net, that's the next level where the application's already created and they maybe want like a group of beta testers to use it, see if they can find any issues with it before they go to mainnet. Mainnet is fully launched, live in production, people can access it, the community can access it, and it will require real money to interact with that dApp, that decentralized application. Now, on Solana, tokens are known as SPL. SPL tokens is equivalent to an ERC20 token. So basically, like, you have your Ethereum ERC20 tokens. Like a Uniswap is an ERC20 token. You have a 1 inch is an ERC20. You have Cardano. All of those EVM, all of those altcoins related to Ethereum, all of those different tokens, they're known as ERC20 tokens. Okay, they're Ethereum based type of tokens. EVMs, Ethereum virtual machines. It's basically an app that's forked off of the Ethereum blockchain, so it's using the Ethereum blockchain to interact with it. Now, one of the differences between Ethereum and Solana? So with Ethereum, for Ethereum to increase the speed of transactions, it's going to require layer 2s. All right, what is a layer 2? A layer 2 is essentially like, so say we have a highway, right? We have a highway and we're trying to get to the city. Right now, the highway is the only way to the city. That is the Ethereum blockchain, okay? You want to get to the city, you go through the highway, all right? The car is the user, all right? So we get in our car, we get on the highway, we drive the highway, and then we get to the city, okay? Now, if there's no other cars on the highway, we can get to the city in like 10 minutes, okay? But as more peak times during the day, more and more people are awake, more and more people are traveling to work, that 10 minutes may turn into 45 minutes. Why? Because everybody's using that highway. It's only one way to get to the city. So Ethereum's like, wow, we need to do something about this. So we're going to offer different ways to increase the speed of transactions. To keep the analogy about driving to the city, we want to find different routes that we can use or we can provide to our drivers, to our users, so they can have a faster commute time. So maybe instead of it taking 45 minutes, it can take 20 minutes. So how do you do that? So you get on the highway and then you find out there's traffic. It's going to take you 45 minutes to get there. You're like, man, I need a layer 2. I need another route. So you get off the highway, you get off the exit, and you go and drive through like the county or the side roads or the back roads. You go through all of that to get to the city. Now, normally that way would be longer, okay? But because of all of the congestion on the highway, because there's so many people already using the highway, it's actually going to be better for you to branch off the highway, to get off of the Ethereum blockchain, utilize the layer 2 so you can do what you need to do, so you can get to the city. And when you get close enough to the city, you're going to go back on the highway to enter the city, to enter the Ethereum blockchain. So all of the layer 2s, all of these other applications are there to help handle the traffic, okay, for everybody trying to interact with Ethereum. All right, so that's what the layer 2s, that's what Jargon is about. It's not going to be a single chain interacting with Ethereum. Now, with Solana, everything is on the single chain. So instead of it being like, all right, you're on the highway and you need to get off the highway and drive through the county roads to get to the city, right? So you can have a slower commute time and you're not in bumper to bumper traffic. The way Solana built the road and their transportation route was just like, hey, we're not going to route people to somewhere else. We still want people to interact with our highway and with the way we're going to do it. So instead of telling people to use other applications or use other routes to interact with the blockchain, we're just going to create 2 highways. All right. First of all, we're going to have our highway. Our first highway is going to be wider, so it's going to allow more people to use it. All right. But also at the same time, we're gonna complement that highway with another highway on top of it. All right. So we're still going to have people going in the same direction with the same speed, on a highway, but instead of it being one highway, you're gonna have two highways. So you're gonna have one highway on top of the other one, kind of like a dual bridge, okay, where you got two levels of a bridge, where you got the top part of the bridge and then you got the lower part of the bridge, and they're both crossing the river at the in the same direction using the same road. They're not rerouting traffic to another bridge, okay, to cross the river. They're using the same, everybody's still using the same bridge, but they're not using the same highway. All right, there's going to be the top part of the bridge, and there's going to be the bottom part of the bridge. So we get the top part of the bridge, it's going to be proof of stake, or let's just say proof of history, and then we're also going to secure that with proof of stake. Okay, so with both of these consensus algorithms working together, it allows Solana to offer super fast transaction speeds. And that's why you can interact with the Solana blockchain and not have to sit there and say, hey, I can go for a walk before this transaction's actually verified and completed. So when we're using the Solana blockchain, there's these things called SPL tokens. And those SPL tokens are all of the different type of tokens within the Solana ecosystem, within the Solana blockchain. So just like you have Ethereum, and there's a whole bunch of different altcoins within the Ethereum, different ERC20 tokens that can interact with the Ethereum blockchain, okay? It's the same thing with Solana, all right? But in Solana, they're called SPL tokens, all right? And so the one token that's on the screen right now, which is one of the hottest and upcoming games that everybody's tracking right now, which is Star Atlas and the Atlas token. All right. So Star Atlas is a blockchain NFT style game. You'll be able to utilize these NFTs to interact with the Star Atlas metaverse and Solana blockchain. Now, what I'm doing right now in this is just basically showing you how you can look and keep track of your tokens, okay? So right now I have 7 SPL tokens under my address. Well, what's an address, you say? Well, an address is the equivalency of a bank account number. Just like in the fiat world, you have your bank account number for your check-ins account or your savings account, right? To access those check-ins account, you need an account number. If you wanted to set up a direct deposit for your job, you needed your account number and your routing number so they can send the money to your account so you can access it. Now, in blockchain and cryptocurrency, you need to set up your wallet. Okay? Your wallet is your bank account. That is everything. Everything is your wallet. It can be used as your ID. It can be used as verification. It can be used to hold your money. It can be used to interact with different games and to interact with different dApps, decentralized applications. Now, when you set up your wallet, you need to use 12 words that they will give you. You need to secure those 12 words with your life. You never want to lose them. Once you have your 12 words, you save those 12 words and you put it in a safe somewhere extremely safe that you can that you can get to in an emergency. Now, why would you need these 12 words? Well, say that your phone breaks and you get a new phone, or your computer breaks, you get a new computer, all right? You lose access to your wallet. Well, you can go ahead and access that wallet again with your 12 words. So when you go and you start up your new computer, and you download the Phantom wallet for the Chrome browser, it's going to ask you, hey, do you want to create a new wallet or do you want to import a wallet? So if you already have a wallet and you already have tokens and all that stuff from your old phone, so what you're going to do is you're going to want to import your wallet. And when you're importing your wallet, you're going to input those 12 words. And those 12 words will be used to verify your wallet. So what does that mean? That means if anybody took those 12 words from you, they will be able to have access to your funds. Just like if anybody had your account number and all of your information, your social and all that stuff, they'll be able to access your bank account information. So in the picture right now, I'm showing you an example of an NFT store that I developed myself called futureplex.store. You can access it if you want and check it out. I'm currently using it to mint some SPL NFT tokens. And I'm just going through that process. I'm working on a blockchain game, but I needed a NFT storefront so I can start minting my own NFTs. In the picture that you see right now in the top left is where it says NFT overview. That is an actual real world NFT that I minted in my store. And right now I'm showing you how you can just basically find it. All right, so say you have your wallet and you want to just like say, hey, what other things has this wallet done, or just what's going on in the Solana blockchain? How do I figure out like what's going on the chain? Well, you use these things called the Explorer. You have explorer.solana and you also have SolScan. All right, and both of these places, these websites, you will go to, and then you can input your wallet address information. You can put a token address in there, and what that's going to do, it's going to query the blockchain. So what does that mean? It's going to look on the blockchain. It's going to look on the chain, and it's going to say, hey, where are all of the transactions that has this number in it, this group, this address in it? Yo, where you at? This address right now, I'm looking for all of the transactions that has this address. These set of letters and numbers, this long ass address, we need to see where you've been, where have you been on the blockchain? What's been going on? What are you doing? Okay? That is what these explorers are doing. It's going to give you the information that you need to figure out, well, what type of transactions have you been involved in with this address, all right, with this account, okay? So just like when you go to your online banking account, right, and you want to get your monthly statement or your annual statement, okay, and it's going to print out all of the transactions within that statement, or all, where you bought things, where there was a deposit, where was it ATM withdrawals, all of those things, all of those interactions, that's called transactions, okay? Every time you interact with your bank account, you go to the store and you swipe your card, that's a transaction, okay? All right, you go to the ATM and you pull out money, that's a transaction, okay? You send money to your cousin or your parents or your brother, your sister, or whatever. That's a transaction. All right, and all of those transactions requires processing time. How long does it take for when I click the button on my end, that if I'm sending money to my brother, how long does it take for him to actually see it? So that's why when you look on your phone, you'll see processing and then you'll see confirmed and stuff like that. So you'll see that you can have a whole bunch of transactions that are currently in processing mode, okay? The bank is fully aware that this transaction has been implemented, has been started, that somebody started this process. It's in processing mode. However, it's not fully confirmed. It's not fully complete, okay? It hasn't been verified yet. So that is why it's processing, okay? So that is, why also you may not be able to interact with the bank on Sundays. The banks are closed. Or if you send a transaction in the bank and it happens to be, 8 p.m. on a Friday night, well, you're like, or 8 p.m. on a Saturday night, and you're like, I'm SOL. That may not get processed in time. I may have to wait till Monday. And if Monday's a holiday, and then you're going to have to wait till Tuesday. So all of that, backlog and all these things and whatever. That's what got us to the point where we're like, man, we need to create something else. And that's why blockchain, and now we're starting to see this adoption of DeFi, decentralized finance, okay? Where I can send transactions on the blockchain 24/7, anytime, any day, holiday, not holiday, it doesn't matter. There is no middleman to sit there and say, hey, we need to process this transaction before it's confirmed, before we can send it in. All right, but that requires a person to actually do that, or for them to maybe click the button so the computer can do it. But either way, there is somebody in there that's going to do that, to initiate that process. Well, that process in the blockchain world is basically a smart contract, okay? These smart contracts are what's being used to to have this 24/7 interaction of transactions, okay? So you check a balance, you send a token to someone else, you add token, you add liquidity to a pool, and you start interacting with the dApp to do some yield farming, or you buy an NFT, and so you can interact with the blockchain game Zrun or something like that. All right, they all have these smart contracts in the back end that is essentially doing these processes for you, so you can have these fast transactions, okay? And with Solana, right now we are actually going to compare the difference between Ethereum and Solana, and this is just going to be hands-on results. We're going to see what is the difference between Solana and Ethereum with transactions per second, or not even per second. How many transactions are actually being processed and confirmed, verified within a block? All right, so just remember, a block is a group of transactions. That's all it is. It's a group of transactions. And we want to know how long it takes for that group of transactions to be processed and verified. Okay, so that is a block time. How long does it take? And with Solana, that block time from when I click the button to when it's processed and verified, it's going to take 400 milliseconds a block time, okay? So that's where we get the 65,000 transactions per second ability on Solana blockchain, because we can interact with this blockchain and we can have super speed block times. This gives us the ability to have 1,200 transactions in a block, 3,000 transactions in a block, 1,300 transactions in a block, 2,000 transactions in a block. All right, on Ethereum, we're probably getting 400, 60, 70, 100 transactions per block. Okay, do you see the difference in numbers? All right, and that's what I'm going to be showing you in this video. It'll probably be coming up shortly, where we're going to just go back and forth. We're going to look up the block time. We're actually going to look up the block number, and this is actually, you can do this yourself. You can pull up SolScan or the Explorer.Solana. All right, and then you can also pull up Etherscan. And what are you going to do? It's real simple. You're just going to get the most recent block, okay? You're going to get the most recent block, and you're just going to look down and see, hey, how many transactions were actually done in this block? All right, and then you're going to look at the block before that and say how many transactions were done in this block. And then you're going to keep doing that, all right? And you're going to do that for Ethereum. You're going to do that for Solana, all right? And then you're going to see what I'm talking about, all right? This is not fluff. This is not FUD or whatever people use. This is not so like, oh, this is like I'm reading the article and that's what the theory is, and no, this is hands-on, real world analysis of data. Okay, there is no debating of this information. This is what currently is happening right now, and you can see the advantage and the speed of Solana by simply just looking at the Explorer and just looking to see, hey, how many transactions were actually done in the last block. That's a question. We look up the answer. That's the answer, and that is it. There's nothing more than that. Like, that is it. You know, Solana has the lead. Solana has the crown. Solana is 4,000 times faster than Ethereum. It is what it is. You know, now for ETH maxis and this and that, what I can say to you is just that, look, Solana is not coming here to try to replace Ethereum. It's not coming here to try and kill Ethereum. All of that conversations about, oh, is this gonna be the next ETH killer? Is it like that's nonsense, and that honestly needs to stop. Okay, that is literally the fiat capitalistic mindset and perspective being utilized in the blockchain and crypto world, and that is if you're coming to blockchain and crypto with that mindset, you're starting off on you're messing up already. Like, you're starting off on the wrong foot. All right, like, you need to stop and take a moment and just honestly ask yourself this one question: what is required for mass adoption? What are the reasons or that other cryptocurrency projects has exponential rates of growth and other ones do not? You know what it is? Organic collaboration. That's what it is. All projects that have had exponential growth and held that, continued that exponential growth with mass adoption. And I'm not talking about, oh, this pumped, I made so much money and it came back down. That's not exponential growth, okay? Exponential growth is running up in price action to complement that run up, increase in transactions on the blockchain, interaction on the blockchains, to include more addresses being created, more activity on the blockchain, and that run up also is supported. It doesn't pull back all the way back to zero. It finds a new floor, and a new floor is created, and then it does it again, and a new floor is created, and it does it again. That is exponential growth with organic collaboration. Organic collaboration is the only thing that will make any crypto project successful in the blockchain, because that is literally why blockchain technology was created, because it was created specifically for collaboration. Any crypto project that does not support organic collaboration doesn't work, or falls, or fails, doesn't get mass adoption. Like Tron. Tron's doesn't have organic collaboration. That's all I'm going to say. All right? And we've seen where they're at right now. Tron has had ample amount of time to be at that next level, and they haven't. Why? Look at Binance. That's already at that level. All right? Look at Crypto.com. That's getting to that level. Look at FTX, getting to that level. All right? Look at Solana, getting to that level. Look at Ethereum, getting to that level. All right? All of these, look at Helium, getting to that level. All right? All of those crypto projects that I've just named, those tokens, all of them, they all have one thing in common: organic collaboration. Okay? Organic collaboration. That's why you see success. Okay? And that's what Solana is starting to do. And the reason why I'm aware of it is because as a blockchain developer and focus on becoming a better blockchain developer, participating in the hackathons. I was participating in Hack Money 2021 with ETH Global, participating in Hack FS. Now I'm participating in Ignition Hackathon with Solana. I'm also participating in the Gitcoin Hackathon, okay? I'm here on the ground floor, in the trenches, with these developers, learning, studying, working, supporting these chains, okay? And they're helping. They're organic. You go and you communicate with all these very smart and intelligent developers, and they're answering questions. They're helping me become a better developer, and they're happy to do it. They're not sitting here thinking like, oh, look at this guy trying to invade my space. I don't want to teach him anything because he might take my job. Like, that's not what it is, yo. Nobody's thinking like that. Maybe in some places, and that's why they are where they are. But the ones that understand organic collaboration and that they're here to actually help other people level up, other passionate developers, or just other people that see the transition and see the opportunistic time period that we're in right now, and they're like, man, COVID screwed me up, pandemic screwed me up, I lost my job, I had to shut my business down. Literally, I lost my job, I had to shut my business down. And I know other people have gone through that, and I had to do a career change, okay? Luckily, I have experience with programming and developing before. All right, so it was an old, I had to wipe the dust off, but at least I understood the concept. And I'm not nowhere near where I need to be, but I'm getting support from other really smart developers. And if any of them are watching this video, thank you, thank you, thank you. Seriously, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. DAP University, thank you. Soul Hack with James, Buchanan. I think if I said your name wrong, I'm so sorry if I did, but thank you. David Choi, I think it was. Thank you. Okay, thank you. You guys have made videos that I was able to watch. You've created tutorials that I was able to understand. You guys answered questions. Even eat the block, all right, with Julian. Okay, thank you so much. You've really helped me excel on my blockchain dev skills, and I hope that I can live up to those, to at least the expectation of and quality that you are maybe looking at, or maybe not looking at. I don't know if there's the right word. Basically, the amount of energy you put into your tutorials and your videos and answering questions, like, I hope I can live up to that quality, okay? So I can be that mentor to the next person, and continue to pay it forward. So yeah, all right. So basically right now, we're going over Radium. So I entered into Radium, and we're talking about what Radium is. Radium offers, you can trade, you can swap, you can add liquidity in a pool. This is just a website, all right? Now, this website has an app, a decentralized app. And remember, a DApp. You're going to hear this word a lot, a DApp. What is a DApp? It's a decentralized application. And this decentralized application is what gives you the ability to interact with the blockchain. Now, you can't just click on launch app and start messing with the blockchain. You need your ID, quote unquote, all right? You need your verification, authentication, quote unquote. You need to get approval to access the DApp to interact with the blockchain. And the way you get that is by having a wallet, a Phantom wallet for Solana or a MetaMask wallet for Ethereum, okay? These wallets is everything. It's your ID, it's your bank account, it's your NFT, it's your gaming account, it's your quote unquote, it's your driver's license that you present to the bouncer so you can enter the club. Just like when you go into the club, you're waiting in line, you get to the bouncer and the bouncer's checking to make sure you have the right attire and that you're of age so you can enter inside the club. Okay? That is what a phantom wallet is. Okay? So the phantom wallet is your is like your wallet, all right? Your ID, okay? All right? Your address is like your birth date, okay? Your birth date and your dress attire essentially, okay? No, so like the phantom is like the dress attire, the phantom wallet is like your dress attire, all right? And then your address is like your date of birth. Make sure you're correct age, okay, to enter the club, all right? And the bouncer is the DApp, all right? And the club is the blockchain, okay? So so let's just do that one more time. So you're in line, you want to get inside the club, all right? So you pull out your wallet to get inside the club. You pull out your wallet and you take out your ID, your identification, so you can show it to the bouncer. You show it to the bouncer and the bouncer verifies your information so you can enter into the club. Okay? Now let's take that same process and let's put it with Solana blockchain. Okay? So now you're in line, okay? You're the user, you're at your computer, okay? And you want to enter the Solana blockchain, all right? You want to interact with the Solana blockchain. That is going inside the club, all right? But you can't just walk inside the club. You got to go through the bouncer, right? So you can't just get inside the Solana blockchain. You have to go through the bouncer, okay? So you set up your phantom wallet, all right? So that's your wallet. All right, you set up your phantom wallet and you get your address. Your address is your birth date, okay? It's your birth date, and that is what's used. That's what the bouncer is going to look at to verify your age, okay? So that is what the DApp, the decentralized application, is going to look at to verify your authentication to enter into the blockchain. So to interact with the blockchain, to get into the club, to interact with Solana blockchain, okay? To enter into that DApp, all right? So the DApp is the boss. The DApp is the bouncer, okay? And when you click on connect on the top right, that's you approaching the bouncer. So you're in line, right? You're in line right now. We're looking at the website. We haven't touched anything. We haven't clicked on anything. We're in line, all right? So we're approaching the bouncer. We're walking up to the bouncer, all right? So we're moving our mouse to click on the connect button. So now we are at the bouncer's face. We're facing the bouncer. I click the connect button, all right? So now the connect button says, hey, pull out your wallet. All right? That's the bouncer. Hey, let me get your ID. So automatically your wallet populates. It pops up on the screen on the top right hand corner. And you type in your address. All right? Type in your address. All right? So you're pulling out your wallet and you're taking out your ID card. You're typing in your address. You're taking out your ID card so you present it to the bouncer. All right? You're typing in your password so you can present your address to the DApp, to the bouncer, to the decentralized application. All right? The application says, hey, let me take a look at your address. The bouncer's like, yo, let me look at your birthday and make sure you're old enough to get inside. The DApp is like, yo, let me look at your address to make sure you can get inside. All right, cool. This is a Phantom Solana compatible wallet. You are verified. You're good to go. All right? You are over 21. You're good to go. Hey, you can get into the club. All right? That's what it is. So the DApp is verifying that you actually have a wallet that's compatible with the club, that's compatible with the Solana blockchain. Okay? So now you told the bouncer, you showed him your ID, now you're in the club, right? You walked in, right? You got your Phantom wallet, it came in, you typed your password, it verified it, you approved it, you went through all that process, and now you are actually in the club. We're looking at Radium, we're in the club, we're in the DApp, all right? We're interacting with the Solana blockchain. And now we can buy a drink in the club, or we can go dance, all right? We can go do whatever we want in the club. So now with Radium, we can swap tokens in the club, swap tokens with Solana. We can add liquidity. We could join a yield farming pool. We can do all these different things inside the club. We can do all these different things inside the DApp, okay? The decentralized application, in the DApp, all right? So now we're like, all right, cool. We're going to go and get this special drink. But this drink is only available in VIP, all right? How do we get to VIP? Well, you need to have, certain status, all right? So, boom, we want to get, Atlas tokens. But to get Atlas tokens, we need USDC. We need special status to get Atlas token. You can't just get Atlas tokens. You can't just go and get a VIP table, all right? You got to pay up for it. You got to add liquidity to get that VIP table, all right? So you got to add, there needs to be liquidity in the pool so you can get Atlas tokens, all right? So the only way you can get Atlas tokens is either by having a USDC token, all right? Or another token, USD token pair, okay? So you're like, all right, shit, I want to get to the VIP table. I want to get Atlas VIP token. I want to get Atlas tokens. All right, so how do I get VIP table? All right, well, you got to go talk with the club manager, pay for a special drink. You got to buy a bottle. You got to buy a bottle so you can go sit at the table at the club, right? So you can sit at the VIP table. You got to buy a bottle so you can sit at the table. All right, cool. I want to get Atlas tokens, all right? How do I get Atlas tokens? Well, you got to swap your token to get Atlas tokens. You got to swap your tokens to get USDC. So you got to buy your bottle. You got to buy, quote unquote, you got to buy your bottle so you can access the VIP table. You got to swap your tokens to USDC so you can access the Atlas token, okay? So that's what we're doing right now. We're swapping this tokens for USDC, all right? So we're going to swap for USDC so we could what? Get access to Atlas tokens, so we get access to the VIP table, right? We got to buy the bottle to get to the table, all right? We got to buy the bottle to get to the table. The only way we can get Atlas tokens is if what? We get USDC. So we got to swap our token, we get USDC. We bought the bottle, all right? Now we got the bottle, we can walk in and sit at our VIP table. Now that we got USDC, we can go and swap that for Atlas tokens. And so you can see on the bottom left-hand side of the screen how quick those transactions just occurred. All right, you just saw I clicked on it, it went up, it said confirm transactions, all of that, super speed. So now I'm like, hey, I'm just going to look to make sure that it was successful and that it actually happened. So that's what we're doing right now. We're looking the Explorer, and I want to verify that all of that is happening, okay? The Explorer is like the club manager. He's just chilling. He's like looking over things, you know what I'm saying? He's watching over the club, making sure there's no nonsense, make sure people don't do no dumb shit, there's no fighting, you know what I mean? Make sure people are having fun, enjoying their moments, you know? And if anybody got any real questions about the club, you can go ask the club manager, all right? If you got any questions about the Solidity blockchain, you know, the club, you can go ahead and ask the Explorer. That's what the Explorer is. Explorer is like the club manager or the how do you call it? The concierge of a hotel. Like, you know, you go to a hotel and you want to figure out, or you go to a fancy resort and you want to figure out what's on that resort. What are the things you can do at that resort? So you go and you contact the concierge, or I don't know if I'm saying that word right. I don't think I'm saying that word right, but that person that's involved with all of the stuff at the hotel or the resort. You want to go hit them up and be like, yo, what could we do here? And they're gonna be like, boom, you can do this, 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 that, and the third. All right, cool. This is what we're doing at the Explorer. You go into Explorer and you're like, boom, what could we do here? This is what or what have you been doing here? Oh, boom, 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 boom. This is what you can do here. You can check to see the balance of this wallet. You can see if the transaction went through clearly. You can see if what type of transaction was this, a deposit, was it a balance check, was this an NFT that was minted? All right, that's what the Explorer is. All right, it's letting you know a whole bunch of information. All right, it's the go-to person. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's the one that's got all that information. It's like, boom, you can go here, you can go there, you can go there, at a hotel or at a resort. All right, you got the at the front desk. At the front desk, usually to the right of the front desk is somebody with their own desk, and is that person, of course, you're a person that just that has all the information, that knows where all the fun spots on the resort, and knows all the fun spot in the local area if you're in like the islands or something like that, and be like, boom, these are all the excavation, or what are they called, the oh man, I'm drawing a blank right now, but like all of the different trips and exotic trips and adventures that you can go through and sign up for, you can get all of that. So but look, so this is basically another example where now I'm actually swapping. I got my bottle. I'm going to sit at the VIP table, the VIP table. So they're gonna open up the what's the thing, the rope. Okay, they're gonna open up the rope so we can walk in, so we can sit at the VIP table. That's what's happening right now. It's swapping my USDC for Atlas. Okay, the Atlas is the VIP table. The swap, they're swapping it, and USDC is like that. Is that bottle? I had to buy the bottle to access the VIP table. I had to have USDC to trade, to swap for Atlas. All right, and that's what swapping. That's what that process is doing. It's verifying that I have USDC. It says I got USDC. Now you can use that to swap for your Atlas. Boom, you can enter the VIP table. You can get your Atlas token. Now we're going to say, hey, what's going on? I want to check, how fast all of this is happening right now. We want to see, like, all right, you tell me the blockchains are fast. You tell me Ethereum is this speed and Solana is that speed. Well, can I trust you? How do I know that Solana is faster than Ethereum? Well, the one way you can check is actually looking at the blocks. Just go to the Explorer, remember, and just say, hey, how many transactions were done in this block? All right. How many transactions were done in this block right now? Just let me know. So it's kind of like when you go to the resort and you want to sign up for excavate. Dang it, what is that word? I can't, for some reason I'm drawing a blank on that word. But you want to sign up for a trip, and you're like, how many people can fit on the bus to go I don't know, horseback riding on the beach, or to go four wheeling in the jungle. We can only fit. This bus is a small bus. It can only fit 50 people on there, right? Even though the forest can accommodate 500 people on the with four wheelers in the area, the bus can only accommodate 50 people. So we can only take 50 people to the forest. All right. So that is the block. The bus is the block. All right. And the people inside the bus, that's the transactions, all right? So Ethereum bus is just like a bus that can fit 50 people. But the Solana is not like a little school bus. A Solana bus is like one of them double buses where you have two layers. You have 50 people on the bottom, and then you also got a second level on the bus, like they have like in London and stuff like that, them tour buses, where you got people that sit on the top too. So now instead of 50 people that can be sent to the adventure park, you got 100 people, because you have 50 people in the first level, you got 50 people on the second level, right? And so now the lady's like, boom, yo, instead of only 50 people coming on this trip, we can bring 100 people to this trip because we have a bigger bus. And that's what Solana is. Solana is, because of proof of history and proof of stake, we can offer the ability for more transactions within this block to be verified and completed. All right, so that is the difference between the two. Those are my analogies. I really hope you enjoyed my explanation. It might be different, it might be sideways, but if you got it, just let me know you understood it in the comment section. Sorry that this video is super long, but I just wanted to go in detail about this thing, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know where I can improve, what was good, what was bad, and yeah, and I'm Simon. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Share this thing. Do the YouTube thing. Share this. Help me reach more and more people. And all right, I will catch you on the next video. Thank you so much. You guys.